Oh, boys, we might just be back. We might just be back. Let me get a little audio check. Let me go check the channel real quick. Oh, boys, we might just be back. Let's see. Check, 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 check. Just be back. Let me get a little audio check. Let me go check the channel real quick. Look at that view. Yeah. Boys, we might just be back. Let's see. Check, 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 check. Just be back. Let me get a little audio check. I think we're locked in, ladies and gentlemen. I think we are locked in. Different time than usual for the stream, for sure, but let me go ahead and get to the everything up and rolling here real quick. Let's see if I can. I can't edit. What is going on? GM boys, GM. There we go. Got that thing pinned there. GM, GM, everyone. How are we doing? It's midday over here, US, so if you are out in Thailand, it is midnight for you. You are sound asleep. If you are in the UK, it's probably about 6 p.m. Congrats on getting off of work, getting out of the wagey. White Monster, start the day. And a little assistance from our girl Lucy. I'm in London. What's up, bro? What's up? 6 p.m. Yo, yo, yo. What's up, boys? What's happening? Visiting my parents out here at the lake. They moved down here a couple years back, so it took a little time this week to come visit. And my dad's been venturing out and building some houses, so went and looked at some of his first build, his first like full home that he built for someone. So why haven't you gone live in so long? You know, I think I got out of habit, but to be honest, coming back from Thailand and just being there and then coming back, which is not an excuse, but I don't know. It just makes you like kind of sad where you don't want to go on online and be sad in a way. But in a way, that's the truth. Whereas, bro, we are at the beautiful lake. So it's actually a nice day today, but the first 2 days I was down here, it was absolutely cold to where even the Corvette didn't take the top off. But no, it's been a vibe. Awesome, boys. Let me pull up, made a little slideshow here for today. Let me get this pulled up here. Where's the lake? Lake of the Ozarks. So if you've ever seen that show Ozark, it's down here. Big party lake. Lots of artists, lots of famous people, lots of big money. Big money down here. Let's see. See if I can switch this over. How's that? Let me know if you can see. I'll wait till I see it on my end. Is that a lake behind you or a liquidity pool? That is a vast liquidity pool. That is a liquidity ocean. Liquidity lake. That is where everyone that gets rugged, all their liquidity goes. When you're buying meme coins, you get rugged down to zero. It's all going out there. Back to BTC. And it is not sharing the screen. 1 second. Let me get this fixed. It's been a while. Let's see. Window capture. Let's try display capture. Let's not do that one. Application capture. see if that is the, doesn't look right though. Hold on one second, boys. We will be back. Google Chrome. Ooh, there we go. There we go. Hopefully this is right. Technical difficulties. Let's check the stream. Very big pool. High TVL. Deep liquidity. Rug Island. Yes, exactly. Exactly. The highest TVL you could find. Let's see if this screen share is working. 1 second. Hasn't updated on my end. Ooh, perfect. Little off center or some shit, but it'll be fine. That'll work. Guys, today, the DeFi trap that quietly wipes out portfolios. Why chasing APR can silently erode your capital. You need to think like a business owner, not a gambler. That way your liquidity pools and your portfolio will grow into the liquidity lake. And you won't get left on meme coin mountain. You don't want a little liquidity puddle left over, right? Yes, can see the screen. Perfect. Thank you, Sean. Sweet. Let's break it down, boys. It's a quick one. We'll answer some questions and stuff afterwards, but just a little something to talk about, go live again, get back in the habit of talking to you guys, giving some value. So the core problem, chasing the APR does not equal making money. You see amazing APRs, 400%, 1,000%. I'm sure you've been clickbaited off some aerodrome pools, right, boys, where it says like you're going to make 3,000%. You open it up, it's a 0.1% wide range. Absolutely no range. No range at all. You're not going to be in range more than 2 minutes. But new liquidity providers, they see these numbers and think this is where the money is made, the real money. But those yields exist to compensate for your risk oftentimes. If you see 3,000%, why is it 3,000%? Well, maybe because your range is stupidly tight. Maybe because there is no TVL. There is not a vast liquidity lake in that pool, but a mere puddle. A mere puddle of like $500 in some meme coin, and then you are now like 90% of the liquidity. What do you think about Skibbity coin? Exactly, bro, exactly. That's the whole point. These yields, they compensate you for the extreme risk. APR, it's not a risk-adjusted return. So when the price moves down, when the price draws down, the underlying asset can literally lose more than the fees make you instantly, right? 3,000%, you're making a few percent a day. You're making money really, really fast. I've seen it happen both good and bad. You can make money really, really fast, but none of that matters when the inventory of the assets that you are buying to put in that liquidity pool go down 50% in 10 minutes. One candle. You go to sleep. This happened to me. This happened to me on, what was it? OVN. It was overnight finance. I had a pool with them in USD Plus for a long time. It was doing like 365%. And I think slowly it waned down to like the 180s, but it was doing it like I was making 1% a day off that for quite a while, to the point to where, you know, I had a couple grand in, started small, and I made the mistake. Well, it wasn't exactly a mistake, but it was going good for so long, I started to scale. And I scaled it up to like 10 grand in there, right? And then at some point, I was considering pulling out and rotating. But one night, it was like a hack or something happened. But I went to bed the night after I was managing the position. I think it was literally the day that I increased it or something. And I was thinking, like, should I do it? You know, it's a little risky. Should I do it? But I'd been in there for months. So I was like, you know, it's proven itself to me. Other guys have been in there. It's been successful. And when I wake up and I tell you the candle was literally just to fucking zero, that hurts. That hurts so bad, boys. And it can happen on any of these memes you're playing, or even what you might consider a blue chip, more of an altcoin that has a good community. It can still happen. Their project, I forget exactly what happened, but it was some kind of rug, some kind of hack, they say, but could have been an inside job, let's be real. But that's the risk that you're taking, right? That's the risk that you're taking. Bitcoin, although it may drop short term, it's something I believe most of us in this space believe in long term, or you shouldn't be holding it at all. It's something where you could hold through that volatility. OVN never recovered at all. If I'm a full-time student at 18, should I be putting my money in the Bitcoin Aave and pool strategy of continuing my side hustle of buying and reselling PC and PC parts? I don't see why you couldn't do both, right? So the whole point of DeFi is to get your assets working for you, right? To start having the assets work for you, accumulate more assets. It's pretty passive if you have things set up correctly. So there's no reason why you couldn't weave that into your everyday life right now. And you couldn't buy and resell PC parts the same way. Like there's no reason you shouldn't be able to do that, right? It's something to where because that's more of an active strategy and you use your profits from that and you funnel that into your investment and then you have your investments working for you that spit you profits to where you can then buy more assets or then start going with bigger and more PC parts. And it should all scale together. It should all scale together. It should be pretty passive for you unless maybe you're pretty tight on capital. If you don't have a lot of capital that you can work with and you're talking like, hey, I have 500, 1,000 bucks, then you probably can make more money faster at the beginning, continuing that side hustle, continuing to flip and make money, and then again, put those profits into the investments, right? Hopefully that makes sense. That's the way I see it for sure. Yields vanish when hype fades. Guys, when OVN dropped and absolutely nuked, there was no APR left because there's no demand. No one's trying to buy that after it went from, I think it peaked at like $100 a token. It went down to like either 10 or 1. It was down tremendously and it never came back. And it's slowly just trending to zero. We can pull it up later and look if you guys want. I mean, I'll pull it up on my phone. I'll look real quick and see what the price is now. I'd be curious to know because there's no way this thing survived. It wants me to update. Let's try Dex Screener. OVN, overnight finance. Let's see. It's $1.34. This thing peaked at like 100 something, I swear to God. Let's look at the chart. I'm going to pull this bad boy up. This is, what is this, TVL? Get me off of TVL, bro. Let's see. Price is $1.30. What was the high? It's showing me TVL or something stupid. I don't care. The point is, it was $100, went down to $1.30. Absolutely nuked. All right, thanks, bro. Of course, anytime, man. But the yields vanished. So then not only are you down on your investment because you bought bad assets to put in the inventory, but now you're not making any money because now that it's been proven as a bad asset and it's nuked down to $1 from 100, no one's buying it. And with no demand and no one buying it, you're not making any money. You're not making any fees. So as a result, you lose the money way, way faster than that APR and that APY is ever going to print you. You need to be buying an inventory of assets that are going to be around for long term. So these yields, whether they're high or low, whether they're mid, whether you're making 10% a year, 30% a year, whatever that is, if that's 120% a year, fantastic. But if you're chasing something that has too high of an APR, then when the market pulls back, it doesn't matter, especially if you're compounding. A lot of us learned that with Black Hole on Avalanche Chain, right? It was doing 300% on full range liquidity pools, which is fantastic. I had a lot of success running that strategy with Arrow. Even though Arrow's down, I caught it early. Arrow's had ups and downs, but I printed my way to where I'm in profit even down at these lows on Arrow. Black Hole did nothing but go down. It never had recovery pumps. It never had any cycles on it. And so that's where even though you're making 360%, someone like Jake that took all of the profits and funneled them somewhere else, he made it out break even, maybe a bit of profit. One of my guys inside the community, which we joke about it all the time, but he was compounding into more Black Hole and more Black Hole. We were expecting a pump for the asset to recover. It never did. So he was using the profits from his business to buy more of the asset, and it just kept nuking. And then because of that, you definitely can't out earn this. You can't out earn this because it just keeps collapsing. The token just keeps collapsing. What do you think about Tangent cold wallets? Are they safe? I have them in a Trezor. Don't know if I should stick to my Trezor. I bought the new Trezor. I like it. One of my guys was asking, maybe it was you. Somebody kept asking me if you could use Monad on it, and I was doing that again the other day. I had difficulties using Monad chain on mobile with Rabby, using Trezor through Rabby to do Monad. I had difficulty on mobile for some reason, which I've never had before, but on the computer it worked just fine. Only blue chip coins give decent returns. That should be the criteria. I mean, exactly, right? Because it's all about you're printing money, but if you're printing money off of your inventory, it's like, okay, like my dad's building homes out here, right? It's like if he was building a home that could, if he's put all this money in and the home could just drop to a value of $100,000, like that's a bad place to be building. Like a home is not just going to drop in value like that. Like that's worse than like a 2008 crash, right? So you're counting on your inventory staying the same. Maybe the value fluctuates a little bit, but you don't want to be taking a inventory in your business of things that can just nuke, because then you're stuck there just holding it, right? Like if you're a flipper, the guy flipping PC parts, the inventory, I mean, the market is inflated a lot. Things like a RAM, right? They're going like for crazy prices. But if you're buying a bunch of RAM at like $500 a stick, $800 a stick, and then all of a sudden the market just resets and it's back to like $80 a stick, you're going to get fucked, right? You're going to get fucked. And meme coins don't do that. Meme coins go to actual zero. Do you know where I can get those metal seed phrase plates? What is it called? I think they have some on Trazer's website partnered with. I have some. You just do a quick Google search. Trazer, I think, has some that you can add to your card at checkout. That's how I always did it. What is it called? It's not Titan. It's something else. But I like them. They're cool, right? Makes it like fire safe, fireproof, or whatever. It's pretty cool. But I mean, not necessary, but cool. How do you deal with taxes? You can use CoinTracker. You can use Coinly. DeFi income, it is treated as income. So that's something worth noting as well. When you get to a certain point, depending on where you live, I don't like giving tax advice because everyone lives in different states, different countries, different parts of the world. You know, a lot of the UK guys we talk to, they just say they don't make any money. So that way, I don't know. The UK man's a little different than here in the US. In the US, the IRS will show up to your door with a gun. So it's a little different. But at a certain threshold of probably like 60K a year, it can be worth opening up an LLC or S Corp as well. I've never tried it in phone. I only use it on PC. Yeah, should be fine. Trazer, I don't really use, what was the other one you were talking about? Tangem? I don't really use Tangem. I have it. It was cool for like a day, and then it was just inconvenient. So it makes it a little easier, I think, Tangem, if you're not in the trenches in DeFi, you don't understand the ins and outs, but like if you're an active user and you know the bridges, you know how to swap, you know where you want to send, I think everything just flows better when you're actually on like a Rabby wallet, which Rabby wallet, again, for EVM chain, that's my favorite. If you're using Trazer or Ledger, you can plug into it. Phantom for anything Solana or Sui is what I'm using. And I'm not really outside of those blockchains a lot. Ethereum, layer 2s on ETH, and then Solana, Sui, etc. Sweet. Liquidity pools simply are just a business. You're running that currency exchange booth. I talked about this in Thailand a lot, right? You're providing inventory, you're providing assets. Customers trade those assets. And then you're getting a piece of the fee that they pay for every swap based on how much capital you have in the pool. If you're 10% of the pool, if you have 10 grand in a $100,000 pool, you're making 10% of the fees because you are that percentage of capital. It just scales at that percent, right? And so again, it's a business. You have this warehouse of crypto. You want to make sure your inventory can't just go to zero overnight. But this is a real business. It's not a Fugazi. It's not a Fugazi. There's not money just coming from the sky. It's not like Celsius, FTX, just getting paid from the next guy or anything like that. It's not algorithmic. The way it works is that instead of someone swapping and paying $100 on Coinbase for a swap, they're swapping through you. They're paying like a couple bucks, maybe $5, and you get a piece of that. And millions of people are doing that across millions and billions of dollars of volume, and that's how we get paid. We're charging someone 0.1% or 0.05% or 0.01%, nickel and diming people, but because there's so many people, and that's the cheapest place to go and the fastest place to go, and no KYC, it's a win-win. It's a win-win. And there's no other place they're going to go. And the only people using exchanges for their swaps are people that don't understand how to use the chain, and they don't realize how they're getting fucked. You know, I've had people join the 10K Fast Track. The link is in chat down below. But I've had people join, and they've just been buying crypto on the exchange. And when they learn that they can be just using the exchange to on-ramp USDC, send it to their wallet, and then buy their Coinbase wrapped Bitcoin on chain, and it costs them $1 to buy 10 grand, and on Coinbase it was costing them 185 or something. They freak out. They're like, dude, we've been losing so much money. And it's like, exactly. And then that dollar that they end up paying goes back to the freaking system. And it goes back to us. It's a win-win. Like Robinhood, the exchange, whatever. But this is like being like actual Robinhood, right? You take it from the rich, you give it to the poor. It's like similar, right? You're taking the business away from Coinbase. You're still charging. You're charging a fair amount. It's fast. It's instant. It's permissionless. But we get the money. Right? And hopefully that makes sense. And you're just providing a service. Are you or Jake being compensated by VFAT? I freaking wish, dude. Because, yeah, I wish, to be honest. If they reached out, that's probably one of the few that I would take, to be honest. But no, they've never reached out. I don't think they need any help. I'm from UK. I'm not going to bother, I guess. Yeah, a lot of the UK guys, bro, I don't think they pay taxes, bro. From what I've seen. But in the US, you do that, you're going to fucking jail. High volume, deep liquidity, durable assets. Blue chips often yield 60 to 100% APR safely. Right now, things are a little boring, but that's perfect. You don't want to sacrifice your range just to bump up that APR because you're going to make less money long term, and you'll make more money for a couple days, couple weeks, maybe a couple months. White Monster Gang. Yeah, if you know anyone that works at VFAT, or if you work for VFAT, send me a link. I'll keep talking about you. I use them. I talk about what I use every day, how I've seen success. They've made my life a lot easier. It's also really easy just to demonstrate on streams and stuff when you have a portfolio just sit there in multiple positions. So it's just a quality of life thing. I've used them for, I don't even fucking know, like 2 years. Back when I even had OVN open, I was using them and stuff. So yeah, super cool, super convenient. Definitely a favorite tool of mine. If anything competes with them or becomes better than them, and I'll use that in the future. Why meme coin pools show crazy APRs. High APRs are essentially hazard pay. You're working at the nuclear factory and you're going to get cancer. They compensate for the extreme volatility and the risk of the token, the risk of that token going to zero. In meme coins, I don't usually short against my positions, but if I am running a meme or a riskier position, this is one of the few times that I really am interested in pulling out a short to try to neutral out, because then you can isolate that 600% or get pretty close to it, right? Offset that downside, because these tokens, they can go good for a long time, but guys, they always fucking nuke. And if they do pump for a while, you feel the extreme greed where you're like, oh, I should have put more in, and then you put more in at the top, and then you get nuked. It's disgusting. I've been in the game, so I understand. I understand the feelings you guys feel. It's happened to me too. It's nice when you just go more boring, wide, blue chips. You depeg your emotions from price, and you're just chilling. You're just chilling. Have you seen Trazer's shirts? I have not seen their shirts. That would be cool. It's kind of a toss-up between, like, do I want to advertise on the street that I have crypto or not? You know what I'm saying? Definitely with things like the car getting broken into, not trying to get shot. Thankfully we live in America, so I do have some defense that I can pull out. You know what I'm saying? But it's cool. At the Bitcoin conference, I'll be wearing some like crypto type stuff, but not really repping that day to day out here unless it's a video. And even then, like, it was cool for a while, and then yeah, I just wear my normal shit. I just wear normal clothes, black clothes, normal clothes, plain clothes, nice polos, nice shirts, shorts, pants, whatever. Nothing too crazy. When the market dumps, everyone sells their meme coin. As a liquidity provider, you become the buyer of last resort. Your ETH is sold off and your pool fills up with a crashing token. So yeah, let's say it's let's just say ETH to Brett, for example. We talked about Brett here before. Everyone's selling their Brett back into ETH or whatever, and you're the one that ends up having to buy it. So you're buying it down through your range as the price nukes, and as the exchange, everyone's selling it, and you're the last one holding it because they all sold it. So you have that final risk. You are that last buyer that's going to buy it on the way down. If it's something like ETH or Bitcoin that you're buying into at the bottom, fuck it. That's something we want to. It's something we want to own long term. It's something at lows I would love to buy. It's when it's best to buy. But when it's something that is on a trajectory towards zero with no stopping in sight, no slowing down in sight, that's probably not the best thing you could do, right? Like, surely you can see that angle, right? To where you're making 600%, but then as it starts dumping, you're losing 80%, you're losing 70%, you're losing 90% of your starting capital. So you have to kind of factor in how long you have to successfully even be in range to break even. And that's if it just goes down a little bit. It can go to literally zero. So you guys really have to be careful. You have to be careful of the assets that you're taking inventory of, right? And try to get risk. If you're going to play with this, play with it small and try to get risk-free as fast as possible. And then once you get risk-free, then you can compound it and you can start to go crazy. My dad is calling. We are busy. The double hit. You get hit from both sides simultaneously. The asset price crashes 80% or more, and then the volume dries up because no one's buying an asset going to zero. You guys are probably scared to buy Bitcoin right now. There's people that are scared to buy the safe assets right now. Talking about this shit is crazy. No one's buying risk on stuff, the max risk, like in the meme coin trenches. You're taking on so much risk, and then if people quit buying these tokens, they don't have demand. Now you're a business that is not profitable. No one's buying your assets. No one's buying the items you took inventory of, the coins you took inventory of, and you're not making money either. So you're not making money because no one's buying, and your inventory went to zero. You bought all the Labubus over market price. Now no one likes Labubus anymore, and you're stuck holding a bunch of worthless little fucking dolls, and you're making no money. And you look like an idiot. Beanie Baby. Yeah. And so, kind of like right here, you know, you have your position open maybe, and then when it dumps, you get 90% of your portfolio full of worthless trash, and you maybe, if you're lucky, have a little bit of the safe asset left over still. Blue chips versus meme coins. Buy the fear, sell the greed. Bulls make money, bears make money, pigs get slaughtered. Yeah, I think I always heard like pigs get fat, hogs get slaughtered, something like that. But exactly, buy the fear, sell the greed. And I think it pays more to be an optimist than it does to be someone that believes it's always going to fail. But you also have to not be a complete idiot and buy stuff that's going to win. Give yourself the edge. Don't just gamble. Give yourself an edge to win by buying stuff that will win for sure, and let time be the thing in the equation that is your edge. You have time with Bitcoin. You have time with Ethereum to let them perform. And the longer it takes for them to go to the highs to where you are selling that greed, you have these positions open just printing. Well, everyone's panicking, whether they're buying DCAs or they're buying emotionally or selling DCAs, selling emotionally. You're making money off all their transactions. So all I want them to do is just keep buying and selling while I wait for time to be the thing that gives me massive appreciation in the portfolio. Blue chip pools, asset durability. ETH's not going to zero. If it does, well, it doesn't matter if you're in pools or not anyways, because GG crypto is over. Deep liquidity, steady volume. Again, the liquidity lake. These are the Ethereum liquidity pools. These are Bitcoin liquidity pools. And then you have shit like meme coins that I can fit right here in this bottle. Not good. There's not going to be a catastrophic forever loss. You can double down at the bottom. If the lake dries up and goes through a dry season, the lake's not going to go anywhere. It's still going to be around. Lower headline APR, so it's less attractive for new guys or people that have lower capital because they're like, oh, I'm only going to make 100% a year. I'm only going to make 8% a month. That sucks. I'm only going to make 50% a year. I'm only going to make 4 or 5% a month. That sucks. It's like, no. Tell somebody in traditional finance you're making 5% a month, and they're going to think you're lying. They're going to think you're lying. It's very, very competitive. It's very, very good. You have to understand the game. And when you're running the proper assets and proper ranges, you still will get moments in time where you get the crazy 100, 200, 300. I've seen 560% on my ETH USDC before. Is that a couple days? Yes. Is that a nice speed boost around the track? Of course. Meme coin pools, very explosive short-term yields, attractive. It attracts all the gamblers and noobs and guys that don't understand what's going on. They're just buying to cash flow, not realizing it can go to zero. High emission rewards, sometimes those are voted on, right? So when a new coin gets listed on Arrow or Black Hole or something, like it gets a lot of emissions. So those farms that you see, those are bribe tokens, right? You're getting bribed to enter. And the whole point of bribing a high APR is that it's going to attract TVL. It attracts it in. And then sometimes the next voting epoch, they don't vote those high level rewards. So you took all this risk for 800%, and then the next Tuesday rolls around, and now it's giving you 40%, and then everyone starts selling the token because they only bought it to make money. There's all kinds of levels of the game. And then you get stuck holding some coin you don't even know what you're holding. A smarter approach, strict positions, never allocate more than 5% total capital to a single experimental pool regardless of APR. That 5% should probably be the max. You should probably do less than that. If you want to play with $100 you've earned risk-free off your portfolio, do it. If you're sitting on a smaller portfolio or even a big one, you shouldn't be putting crazy money to these. If you want to play a little bit, you can play around a little bit. Just make sure it's risk-free capital. Set exit triggers. If your APR is dropping and it's not doing what it's supposed to, if you're opening the position because of the APR, which it should never be the case, but if you are and the APR drops, you should probably get out because everyone else that bought into it for the APR as well is going to get out as well. You can open a short to try to offset the loss. If the token price starts tanking, you should probably get out because from my experience, these little risky positions you're opening for cash flow, they just keep going down. So if you're not going to sell it, make sure you fucking love it and get married to that coin quick because through thick and thin, sickness and in health. And then again, treat meme coin pools as temporary plays, 3 to 14 days max. Don't marry the position when you're opening these things. I don't like my portfolio this way. I like where I can come to the lake and I can spend 2 weeks out here, whatever I want to do, and then come back. My portfolio is fine. I teach guys the deployment strat. If you're in the military, you're going to get deployed overseas for 9 months. You want to be able to come back and your portfolio did the right things for you. You're still in range, or you auto exited the top, or you bought the dip at a good price. You have things set up to where no matter what happens, it did what it was supposed to do, or you're okay with what it did. You're okay with that, right? Because if not, and you can't check it day to day, you might go 2 weeks without looking, and then you have no money in that position left over at all. And that's just not good. This is not good. You never want that. It's going to bite you in the butt. Build a sustainable system that pays you every day rather than gambling on those little lottery tickets. Because again, the only reason you do it is because deep inside, you're getting greedy and you see the 600%, 300%, 1000%, whatever it is, and you're like, oh, if I can just make this work for X amount of time, then I'll go back and do it the right way. And that's not how it works. That's like guys that are, it's the super big gambling meta right now where everyone's sports betting, everyone's gambling at the casino, and they win, and they don't take the winnings and invest it like they think they might do. They don't, oh, just one more time. It's always another time, another time, another time, until even if they get lucky and they're winning, they then give it back. The house in the long term will always win. And the point of DeFi should be to become the house because you're making money off everyone gambling. You're making money off everyone trading. You're even making money off the investors. And that's supposed to be the whole game. But it gets addictive, and you get addicted to it, and you get addicted to the risk. You see it working, and then you end up going all in on something, and it just destroys you. I've seen it too many times. I just want the guys that watch this channel to win. I'm not in the business of marketing meme coins. Like, oh, you'd be surprised. There's the amount of money people get paid to show tokens. Even for the gambling, the amount of money people are paid to show you that they're gambling, to go gamble with free money, whether that's $50,000 a month that they're getting paid or $80,000. I know guys that are getting paid $80,000 a month to day trade on streams and just show you that exchange. $80,000 a month. That's more than like at a job you make in a year oftentimes. A lot of people aren't making 80K at their job, and there's guys getting paid 80K a month to just be like, yeah, trade, it's fun. Look, this is how you win. Whether they win or not, they don't care because they're getting 80K every month to tell you to trade. I don't get paid from nobody but myself. That's why I'm saying when you're asking about VFAT, it would sure be nice if something that I believed in wanted to pay me like that. That'd be fantastic. If Aave wanted to pay me. But the thing is that to my knowledge at least, none of these safe platforms, things that people actually use and naturally have demand, are really paying for this. They're not paying for exposures. They already have it. What does Aave need to pay people for? People are going to eventually learn this. It's the best thing you can do. It's a smart thing to do. It has its own demand. Same with VFAT, same with Uniswap. I don't see these things getting pushed, and maybe they just don't like me enough to pay me. Who knows? But it's just true. It's how the business operates, unfortunately. Because they pay someone 80K, and then they make hundreds of thousands in fees from all the idiots that go and try to do it and blow up their accounts. Unfortunately, it's just the sad reality. It's just the sad reality, boys. All right, guys. Throw some questions out there. Let's see what's going on. Do you have any side hustles? Still bartend for sure. So, but that's just like 2 to 3 days max a week. It can be such good money. So it's like, why not? Why would I not? Especially while I'm out here. Side hustle. I mean, my main hustle is crypto and then crypto YouTube and then getting clients. Like that's the business that I run, get clients. And it's a very rewarding business. I'm not just working some 9 to 5 where it's just boring. You're trading your life away, right? Like one of my newer clients, which funny enough, I actually know some of my family, but so there's definitely a burden to make them perform, right? Like with everyone, you really want to see people succeed, but they had a really great month last month, 7,000 in cash flow. And it's beautiful, right? Where they made 7,000 off their portfolio. They were previously in real estate, and then they spent a while learning DeFi and crypto, how to make this work. And then once it clicked and he realized this is the exact same real estate game, but it's on the blockchain, it's DeFi, because that's where I took a lot of these principles was from real estate. Oh, you're good. I took those principles from real estate, applied them to crypto, and it's worked, and it's been successful. Taking those rich dad, poor dad philosophies and applying that to crypto. Do you like to borrow USDC against BTC on Aave and buy more BTC? Sometimes I'll do that, right? So, for example, I don't know if this was in Thailand or not, but I borrowed against some Solana, and the Solana yields were looking pretty trash at that time, which I haven't looked at a little bit, so I'm not sure what they look like now. And so I think like 20 something thousand of Solana, borrowed like 8K USDC, and I just bought Bitcoin with it and then deposited that back into the same protocol. So I just increased my health factor there, and I just used that borrow to get more Bitcoin at whatever percent a year, probably like 5% over there a year. What do you think about flip flop crypto YouTubers? What does that mean? I don't know what that means, bro. You got to tell me. What is flip flop crypto? You're talking about like guys that are like, buy now, sell now, buy now, sell now. You mean like that? What do I think about that? I mean, so here's the thing, right? They're in the business of maybe getting paid off views. So they need you to click. I want you to click too, but I'm more interested in getting consistent people that are learning this business, running this business. If you don't want to join my coaching program, that's fine. I still want you to win, because you winning and engaging in my comment section, tell people how good it is going to help me. It's going to help my business, and we're all going to learn and grow together. And then still one day, you may be making shit tons of money, and you'll grow just for the community and the exposure and the network that brings. Right? So either way, me giving the value, doing the right things, it's going to pay off for me long term. But I'm not getting paid off of views. Like, I only got monetized even a couple months back, right? Like, I wasn't even able to make money off of views. But I'm not going for virality. I'm just trying to give real authentic advice, what I'm doing, what I think. I filmed on the way down to the lake. It was like a 3-hour drive. I filmed like 6 videos on the way down, me just talking. One of the videos is about just why I don't drink, right? So I'm just giving like me being real. I'm just trying to be real. Like, I don't care about catching up with the news all the time. I don't watch the news, guys. That's not me. I'm set up in a way to where I don't need to. I filmed a short video this morning. It's kind of shit because the caffeine hadn't kicked in yet, right? But I was talking about, exactly. It's like, I don't care what Trump's saying on the news. I care that Iran and Israel are bombing the fuck out of people. I care about that. But I don't care what it's doing to the market, because I've positioned myself in a way where I can focus on what matters, right? I've just set myself up in this way. And that's what I want for every person. I want every person to get what they want out of life. If you want to use liquidity pools to then be more involved and day trade the market and be like that, I mean, do it risk free. Of course, I can help you do that. We have Bobby on the inside. He's a great trader. He can help you do that. For me, that's not what I want. It's just not interesting to me. What I want is, I mean, there's guys in real estate and they're looking to just add this to their portfolio, and it's cool. And they focus on just continuing to build homes, or there's guys doing roofing. There's the most normal people in. I'm a freaking bartender. That's how I got started, guys. And it gives you the flexibility to where I'm making cash flow every day. I'm making a little bit of cash on the weekends, and it's nice. And it gives you that freedom during the week. It just gives you the freedom you're looking for, to where like I can come down here. My dad's like, when are you going to go back? And I'm like, well, I mean, I don't even work till Friday. So I've been down here for like 4 days. Right? So it gives you the freedom you're looking for. It gives you the freedom to where when I can go to Thailand and I don't bartend for a month, there's still cash flow coming in. And it just makes it super, super simple. And I don't know what everyone wants for their life. They have different goals. Some people, they don't care about the cash flow right now because their active income's so high. Some people hate their job and they need that cash flow because they want to get out of that job, or they want to focus on, maybe they want to be a PT, personal trainer, and they're stuck doing a job that's paying more because they can't exit because they have too many bills and liabilities and whatnot. There's so many different situations that we really try to treat each person case by case. There's guys with, 25K portfolios, which you're asking there, what's the portfolio size required to join? It's like, if you don't have 20, 25K, I mean, I just think it's probably more valuable for you to focus on working more jobs. Like, get a second job. That was a big thing that helped me at the beginning, was working car dealerships during the day, bartending at night, and all my free time at the car dealership, I was learning crypto and DeFi, and I was watching videos, and I was doing that stuff literally on the side there at work. I had my laptop open, little MacBook. I checked behind me. Where's the boss? Turn back over, open it up, checking the charts. Was a lot more involved than I am now, but I was also learning. I was learning a lot. But if you don't have at least like that 25K, it's like, because 25K, even if you dump straight into pools, let's say you're making 10% a month, you're making $2,500 a year, that's going to make a decent impact on your life. But also, it's just like, you can make more than that just working, right? So at the beginning, you do have to have some skin in the game and just actually work and get the bread up a little bit. That would be my advice. It's not that I don't want to help you. I give you a lot of free value here on YouTube, but also like a 25K portfolio, it's like, there's a paywall to join. It's like, I don't want to take money from you at that point, right? Because I don't want to make a big impact on your portfolio, and I want you to win. And at a certain level of the game, it just makes more sense for you to just bunker down, get a second job, hustle fucking hard, flip PC parts like old boy up top in chat and just make that bread. And then when you're in a little bit of a better situation to where then the impact that I can make on optimizing your portfolio and making that happen day one, to where you can be like one of my newest clients where it's like 7K a month, 3 months in. And that is going to give you crazy freedom. It's just one-time lifetime membership. So if you're interested, bro, just click the link, book a call. You'll talk to my team, and it's usually not me on there anymore. It's usually my team because again, it's like all about what life do you want, optimizing, right? So, and I'm also helping the guys that are already on the inside. We're over 150 people now, so it's just there's not as much time as you might think. But even like seeing my dad down here, my dad's doing nothing but working, doing his homes and stuff like that. I was talking to him last night, and it's like he was talking about just a couple more years of the hard stuff, then I'll really get to be choosy about what I'm doing. And it's like, yeah, Dad, but when you're doing what you love, like, do you really want the time off? You know, it's like, yeah, I'm out here, but I've been doing calls, I've been recording videos, I've been taking calls, and it's like, I don't know. It's like that's what we like doing. You guys probably watch Jake a little bit too, and it's like the work is the goal. It's like running the business, helping people. There's nothing that feels better than that guy telling me that he made $7,000 last month, and then he bought his business partner a new laptop so she could start running her own thing as well. Like that feels good. I know he felt good doing that for her the same way I feel good helping him do that. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it's also just like when they first joined. When they first joined, seeing the smile on their face when they learned how much they were getting raped by the exchange on every swap they were making, and then now they're saving money just on swaps. It's like, so not only am I helping people make money, but I'm saving people shit tons of money too. And the group calls are fun. Just have a relationship with all the guys and everything. Every week we're all talking, and it's being around the right people. Your circle is your reality. You're around people that are in the game, that they're there to win, and it's going to perform very, very well. It's just going to improve your life. You're around 5 people that are going to drag you down, and it's not going to be good for you long term. Really separating yourself and refining that circle of who you let influence you. Like, be careful who you watch on YouTube, guys. Like, what are you watching? Are you watching those flip-flop videos you were talking about? Are you watching people that are just selling you fear all the time, selling you greed all the time, telling you what to buy? Like, what is their incentive telling you what to buy? I've never told you what to buy. I might have made a couple videos in the past of stuff that I hold and I believe in, and whether or not those have played out well, it just depends on your time horizon. And then if you hold those coins, why the videos are so valuable is because if you hold them, I'm teaching you how to make money off of them. So even if the coin's down 50%, like Bitcoin is right now, you've cash flow to offset that loss. I never am feeling like I'm shilling a token to where like your portfolio going down in value has been my fault. People are joining. We look at their portfolio inside the 10K fast track. How do we optimize this for cash flow? We take where you're at and we make that the best that we can. And if you then want to switch your portfolio up and you end up deciding that and you want to get rid of a lot of the memes and trash, which sometimes I'll tell somebody like, hey, to be honest with you, what the hell is going on in here? And that happens. We've had guys join and they literally have like 200 coins. It was like $500 in hundreds of positions, or like a couple $100 in like 100 different meme coins. And I'm like, what are you doing, bro? Complete shotgun approach. Which for me, it's like, I'm not saying everyone's this way, but you can't even manage that. Too much going on. Something's pumping. You're like, I just don't even know. You can't keep track of all that. It's just that way of designing a portfolio is not for me. I want to help guys get what they want, design what they want out of their portfolio. And everyone's got a different goal, different wants, different assets they want to hold. And so it's just going to be different every time. Jake's videos are a great high-level overview of the strat. Exactly. And he's learned a lot along the way. My first and greatest student, Jake Gordon. Yeah, exactly. He's just really dived into it. Just like choked on that water. He's really dived into it. And as he uses it more, and as he starts to click more with him and understand it more, he's become even more passionate about it. And he's just pushing it. He's pushing what he believes in. And, we've had conversations on the side and everything too, where it just, back in the day when you're talking about what coins to buy, what price targets, it's just not the same game as this. This you're truly, truly helping people. And so he just feels so much more in tune with what he's doing and how he's helping people now. And it's the same here. It just feels better. It feels so much better because again, like that guy comes to me, he's like, "Hey, I made 7,000 last month." It's like it's fucking fantastic. It's not he made 7,000 off some kind of like meme coin call I gave him. He had a portfolio. He had stuff he wanted to buy, and we condensed a lot of shit down that he had as well, different positions. Made some tweaks over the last couple months, and now he's printing 7K, and that's 7K while the market's doing doo doo cheeks. Market's fucking trash right now. APRs are low right now. So you can only imagine the smile on his face and mine when he comes and tells me in a couple months' time when APRs are crazy, he made like 25K in a month. And I'll be like, all right, take me to dinner, sir. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, cool, see you in Thailand. See you at the next mastermind. See you at the next event. We're going to Vegas in like, what was that, like 3 weeks now? 2 weeks? What is it, 26th? We'll see a lot of our boys out there. Just being around those like minded individuals. Just about community. Refine your circle. Get around people that are actually in the game. And that is the game, boys. The game is to win for sure. And that's all I want for everyone watching. All I want for everyone in the fast track is just to actually win the game. Leave the arena in profits and make a little money. You don't just give it all away because you don't want to end up in a worse place than you started, which I feel like oftentimes is how crypto works because you always are like, I'm not buying that crap. Then it goes to all-time highs. You're like, fuck, I should have got some until it just crests the peak. And then that's when everyone freaking buys and then they get destroyed. Funny enough, the $7,000 a month guy that we just had, he didn't buy any Bitcoin until like 120, 125. And at the current moment in time, he has a lot more Bitcoin now than he did when he bought the exact top. A lot of people like that, coming in at the highs. But the money's made down here. What can you do down here? How much Bitcoin are you buying down here off of the portfolio you already own? Cash flowing that, treating that like a rental property, like a real estate portfolio, generating cash flow. Use the cash flow, buy more assets, buy more homes, buy more Bitcoin. Use that to get more doors that cash flow you, more DeFi positions that cash flow you. It's the same game that's working throughout time in the real estate world. How do we apply that to crypto, the new frontier, digital finance, and make that work? And it's not that sexy. It just is what it is. Our boomer parents got to buy homes at 100K 30 years ago and sell them for $1 million a day. Bitcoin's exactly. Buy it at 70K, sell it for $1 million 20 years from now. Exactly, bro. And if you're able to use that Bitcoin right now to compound and buy more Bitcoin, to accelerate your portfolio, to make that rental income off of those properties you're buying for 100K, if you were cash flowing over that 30 years and then you sell all those homes at $1 million each, yeah, no wonder they're doing so good. No wonder Grant Cardone's living good, right? All these real estate guys. And that can be you in the crypto space. If you believe that's where that's going, Bitcoin's going to $1 million, then buy the Bitcoin, put the Bitcoin to work, whether directly or indirectly, print more Bitcoin, print more fees, use it to cash flow lifestyle if you need to. Right now, I'm focused a lot on compounding it, buying more assets, and then 20 years from now, 10 years from now, 5 years from now, take some profit. You can cash flow your lifestyle a little easier at that point. And it's GG. Are you scared about anything that Clarity could do to DeFi? I mean, to be honest, not really. I've talked about it a bit inside the 10K Fast Track a bit. It's more of a hammer on fake DeFi, so it's going to restrict people like Coinbase giving you yield because they're not giving you. They're not. It's not DeFi. It's not true DeFi that it's really targeting. It's targeting people like Coinbase, the actual exchanges, fake DeFi platforms like Nexo and stuff like that, where you deposit your crypto and you're getting yield. It's not true DeFi. Whereas Aave is an actual like smart contract code where you're depositing and you're making fees because people are borrowing the same asset you're depositing. It's not true DeFi. Yeah, Clarity's not really going to do anything to DeFi. It's going to definitely put a hammer on and make things harder for fake DeFi, for things that seem like DeFi, for earning yield on Coinbase. But it's like yields on Coinbase are trash anyways. It's like what? I think I got an ad yesterday, like earn 4% on Solana. It's like, well, go stake it, make 7. Idiots. Go liquid stake that shit, make 6 or 7%. You know what I'm saying? Like, but people don't know, so they get farmed by all these ads and these exchanges, and it is what it is. Maybe I should try to run some ads. I tried to run an ad to one of my videos the other day, and it got banned, got disproved, or didn't get approved. Yeah, I don't know how. I see some crypto ads because even Jake, you can't run the ads. It just gets denied every time. They don't like the word DeFi. That's where I see all those weird ads with weird language. They're talking about, ooh, the primary markets, earn yield, this and that. And it's like, bro, what's going on? You just can't use the real terms. And I'm not trying to skate around it and use fancy language just to get some exposure or anything. How might the Clarity Act affect liquidity pool payouts, say for Uniswap V3? I mean, it shouldn't. It shouldn't, to be honest. Because everyone's swapping Uniswap is going to keep swapping Uniswap. Everyone's swapping on an exchange, and you're just getting fucked over by fees. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you shouldn't want to be on the exchange. You should want to go on chain, make those swaps there, and we get paid off those swaps there. And the market will get more efficient over time. So I'm not worried about clarity. I'm worried about like how fast is TVL going to grow? For example, like in Thailand, we're pushing that ETH-USDC on Monad. You know, we've been talking about it on the inside of 10K Fast Track a lot, but once Jake started pushing on the channel, the TVL like doubled, which means that a lot of our clients that are in there, they're making 50% less because there's more competition, right? So what I'm worried about is when the big players come in and how that's going to affect. If TVLs all went up like by 5x, it's going to hurt income a lot. And that's where you're getting like what APRs look like right now. Like right now, APRs are kind of shit. And I'll tell you the reason why. The reason why is because one, volume's kind of right now. Asset demand's kind of We don't know what we're going to do. But all the liquidity boys that don't see the long-term vision, they're all tightening their ranges like this. So there's lots of TVL in the current price range, the current price bands. And the second we nuke or the second we gigapump, they're all out of range. And then the guys that have nice wide ranges set, you become a huge piece of the pie that's left. And so, you know, once price actually does something, we'll get back to printing pretty fast. And then you'll have all the guys that are trying to rebalance down, rebalance up. And then we're just chilling with the same ranges we've had open for the last 6 months, 8 months, year, whatever it is, depending on the assets you hold and what the ranges are. And you just go on cruise control, man. Cruise control. This monster is cooked. GG. Throw this away real quick. Whoa. But that's the game. That's the game. Let's see. How long has this stream been? I don't even know. 52 minutes. Not bad. Almost an hour, boys. It's been a while. Good to be back. Let's see if I've missed anything. Scroll through chat. Jake's video is great high level. Exactly. Flip-flopping videos. No interest to me. Compensated by VFAT. I wish. Blue chip should be the criteria, of course. Skibbity coin. Don't buy it. Yep. Where is bro? Bro is at the lake. Yes, sir. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, drop them in chat. Happy to answer some stuff real quick. And if not, I guess I'm probably going to go home today. Here soon, probably in the next couple hours. And then, yeah, say some goodbyes. Call my dad back. He's probably at a house. Go say bye to him before I leave. Got here late. We'll go back to the start. Good view out there. Of course, man. It's beautiful. Probably go home today. Back to the city, just so my car can get broken into. But it's fine. It's just part of the game. The good news is if it gets stolen again, and it actually gets stolen, they don't find it. It just makes it really easy to go to Thailand. Get a nice little insurance check. See ya. Makes it super, super easy. Throw some questions in there, boys. If not, guys, click the link, book a call if you're interested in working with me, of course. Happy to talk to you guys, get you on the inside, optimize that portfolio. If not, keep enjoying the free value from YouTube. If you're already printing, doing well, you're making 5K, 10K, whatever a month, like if you're already doing good, like, yeah, you don't need me, man. You can just join if you want to join the community, get the circle growing a little bit, network a little bit, join our events and masterminds. It's much, much cheaper for the guys inside the 10K Fast Track already. But yeah, if you're already doing well, no need. If you're sitting on a nice portfolio right now, maybe you're down 50%, you could have used some cash flow throughout that dip. Yeah, click that link, see if you're a good fit, learn a little bit about what we do on the inside, talk to our team, and see if it makes sense for you. V4 pools, yeah. I mean, I'm not doing like anything fancy with the hooks, but there's some Uniswap positions that have the V4 positions. I mean, I'm not doing anything crazy with them. I'm just liquidity like normal, just whatever's paying best. If you got a position like ETHUSDC open, just remember that you can move it to ETHUSDC is like your business model. That's like the restaurant you're opening is ETHUSDC, right? You can always move that restaurant versus in real life on chain. You can move that business to a busier street. So if the same exact range and the same exact assets is paying you more on a V4 than a V3, go to the V4. Vice versa. If it's paying you more on a different blockchain, go to that one. Different exchange, go to that one. You know what I'm saying? So you can always pick up, move, and optimize. One of the guys decided to take a fast track DM me yesterday. I believe it was yesterday. And we were just testing out. He's like, should I just move everything over? And I was like, yeah, just do a tester. Take $100 out, $500 out. Take a piece out, and then just runs both side by side and see if it's hitting what it's supposed to hit. And like an hour later, he's like, oh, I dropped to 1%. I was like, well, no, just give it some time. See, because I have like a Link USDC pool or Link ETH pool that says like 5% half the time. But while I'm sleeping, it must be saying like 90% because I actually make like 50, 60% a month off that. Last month was not. Last month was like 25%, like annualized. Pretty trash. But it's just where we're at right now. Just nice and boring on a lot of these. But boring's good. Boring's consistent. And if 25% is, so bad, which means when things get good, be very, very good. And then it did come back. He texted me later like, oh, now it's back at 80%. It's like, there you go. You just got to let it do its thing. Give it a little bit of time. Give it a couple days. See what it does. See what it's projecting. And if it's better, you can move all of it over. You can just move half of it over, run them side by side, see what over the course of a month is actually performing the best, and just keep moving. Keep on going. Cool. GG, boys. GG. I'll give it a second. See if there's anything in the chat. My plan is to bring Jake here after Vegas. So I think he's still down. So we'll go to Vegas. He'll fly he's going to the UK right now. I think he lands in the UK today. I don't know his time zone, how he's going to land and all that. He's going to the UK today. I'll probably be going home myself today. And then we go to Vegas the 26th, leave the 30th. And I think the plan is that we'll catch a flight to my hometown, and then we'll drive down here in the vet. Maybe farm some content on the way down. Blast some music. Keep the vibes going. And then hopefully, first week of May-ish, it'll be nice and warm. We can take the boat out. So that'll be fun. And if it's not nice and warm, at least we can throw a hoodie on and still be fun. So, cool. It'll be GG, boys. Cool. Well, no questions, it looks like. Guys, I will try to keep the lives going once, twice a week again. I filmed so much content on the way down here, like 5 videos. Some of them are like whatever. They're kind of weird. Like I said, I was talking about not drinking and stuff like that, how I thought that was helpful to my life. Different videos. But because I've been keeping that schedule of 2 videos a week because I have so much film now. It's already pushed like to the end of May. So I may just drop some dailies like next week. I may just drop like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, like videos in a row. If you guys are interested, let me know. That would be helpful. When you open a pool position, do you like to put the full amount into one range or split it up into multiple ranges like 30, 60, 90? So this is a good question. It really depends on how you have it spread. Because if you have, let's say, you have multiple different wide ranges, right? So you need to visualize them on top of each other. And then wherever you have more of the capital, if those ranges are overlapping, you're just concentrating more of that capital in one location. So you're making a lot more fees right then and there, but then also you're selling out faster wherever that's positioned as well. But if you're doing multiple ranges and they're spread side by side, that's useless because you're going to be making the same as if you just did one nice wide range. Wherever there's overlap on those ranges, that's where you're concentrating more capital, and that's where you can the game changes. You have a little overlap where you're making 50% on this one and 60% on this one or whatever, and you have the overlap where you're making a good chunk of change. But if you have ranges stacked side by side, hopefully this kind of makes sense. It's like, yeah, you might be earning 80%, but these ones are earning 0%. Or whatever those numbers might be, right? I'm just spitballing. So it just ends up acting like one large range anyways, because 2/3 of your capital is not active. So Yeah, stacking those ranges at the same spot price. Yeah, you could. It's just like it's going to be good for your APR, the tighter ones, but you also need to make sure you're definitely okay with that getting sold out. So someone might have one a little skewed to the downside with like maybe a little bit less capital. That way they have something going and they're still making money if they go outside of where they think the bottom is going to be. But then it still has overlap towards the top, so you're making good fees here, and then you have the range that runs way to the upside. So it is something people do, but you just think of your liquidity on a curve, because if you stack them all together, then it just makes your liquidity look like, it's kind of flat on the end, and you just have a lot more in the middle. So you have more capital in the middle there on that. Hopefully that makes sense a little bit. It can be good. It would be good if you think something like, let's say, ETH between like 2K and 4K, very, very common. And you have a little bit skewed to the downside, 1,500, not your full capital, but some down there in case we do touch that. And then you would have some that goes up to, like, let's say 4,500. So you have a little bit more where you're printing money, but you were not really going to be there very much. But also the tighter ranges, then you cut yourself short on appreciation a little bit. So it's kind of a catch-22. For me, I think it's harder to find an edge in that. I just went pretty simple and wide. But if you spend a lot of time in the middle, like say those three ranges are overlapping between like 2 to 3K, can print pretty good fees. But then say the top's at 3K, you're sold out of a lot of it, and then now which may be okay with you. Maybe you're okay selling some ETH at 3K, then that's fine. But then it's like, if you start feeling FOMO at 4,200, what are you going to do? So just make sure you don't make any changes after the fact. Not a bad idea, though. Not a bad idea. It can be done. Adds a layer of complexity. Just kind of have to do the math on it, really visualize it, and see if it truly makes sense, depending on the asset and the range. Cool, boys. GG. It's been an hour. I will see you guys. Maybe I'll go live. So Jake's back in the UK, which means that our time zones might be a little bit easier now. So maybe I'll start going live in the mornings when it's afternoon for him, if we don't have new member onboarding calls that day. And we'll get back to going again. I'll try to do one myself at least once a week as well, if not two, and get that going again. Market's moving up a little bit, guys. Feels good to see some green. And it's, I don't really care that much, to be honest, but it's nice to see not just a terrible red the last couple of days. So, GG, boys. Take care. If you have any questions, leave a comment. Shoot me a DM if you're inside the 10K Fast Track already, which I see a couple of names. I know you are. Shoot me a DM if you have any questions. And again, I will see you